Hey, it's chick hatching time, not without the help of my CHICKOZY egg incubator. Stay tuned, I'm going to walk you through my incubator, how I'm using it, and this is the second season I've used it. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I have under here a CHICKOZY egg incubator. I want to walk you guys through it on how I started this incubation process. The CHICKOZY incubator, right out of the box, it comes with an egg turner cord. It comes with a power supply. The lid has a top handle. It also has a screen that you can monitor your countdown with your days. There's instructions on how to reset the days once you've used it. Now, I used my incubator last year and I just had to hold two buttons down to reset it back to 21 days. And 21 days is the standard time to incubate chicken eggs. If you need more time to hatch duck eggs, then you can simply push this one button and add the time to calculate down for duck eggs. What this also comes with is this little stand for holding a thermometer, and there's one of 4 thermometers that are listed, but they only recommend the one, and that is thermometer D. It's more accurate, 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, to show what the temperature is on the inside. Now, I have this electronic thermometer. It's one that they don't recommend because it's not that accurate. I'm aware of that, but it gives me a general outline of what the temperature is on the incubator at any given time, because I have the monitor above my desk that I can look at a moment's notice to see if I need to make accommodations. It also shows the humidity in it. Now, this little vent, you open the vent when you're first hatching or first incubating. And to incubate the eggs, I collect my eggs from my chickens, and for the I set them in these egg turner racks. It's an automatic egg turner, so they set in pretty simply. Now, with this incubator, I did clean it off with rubbing alcohol, and I did spray it down with a disinfectant Lysol spray. It kills 99.9% of germs, pathogens, cooties, whatever. So it comes with 5 of these egg holders that fit down in the egg turner rack. It's an automatic turner. It turns the eggs about once every hour. The lid, like I said before, has this handy little handle on the top. I really like this feature on there. On the bottom of the thing, you have a rubber mat type thing that you can clean off, and it also is small enough holes to contain all the eggshells and other debris. That way, when you turn the eventually take the egg trays out, you lay the eggs down, because the eggs have to set for like 2 or 3 days before the hatching time for the chicks to get in position and start hatching. What's neat about it, it also comes with this neat graph. This graph shows you what your egg is going to look like when you get ready to candle it. Now, on the top of this lid, there is a control panel. You got the incubation temperature, you got the incubation humidity in the display, you got the countdown of days on the display, and you also have an egg turning status display, which shows if the egg turner is auto or if it's manual. Now, you have 4 buttons there. One is listed day. One is a temperature button. It looks almost like a little keyhole. One button is an arrow that goes up, and another button is an arrow going down. And this other feature on here is an egg candler. Yeah, it's got a built-in egg candler, so you can literally candle the eggs and look at the life inside the eggs. For placement of the unit, they don't recommend you putting it on the floor, especially if you have a heating system that is gas, because you get CO2, which is a heavy gas that lays low on the floor, and you don't want to affect your hatchability rate with CO2 gases. You want it up above that level. I just placed mine on my box in the library, plugged it in, and just as a safety feature, I keep my power booster next to it. When we have a power outage, I can quickly plug it in there and continue incubating the eggs while the power is out. Now, what's nice about the egg timer countdown, it holds the date. It's got like an internal battery power unit or something in there that continues calculating the countdown if the power goes out. They've managed to build that feature right on in there. So let's look at the buttons and the sequence of buttons. You hold the day button down for 1 second. The day's number on the screen will flash. At this point, you can use the up or down buttons to add or subtract the number of days of the incubation. For eggs that need more or less incubation days is what that's specifically designed for. Now that temperature button, you hold the temperature button down for 1 second. The temperature number on the screen will flash at the point you can use the up or down arrow to raise or lower the incubation temperature. The minimum adjustment of temperatures for this feature is 0.5 degrees Fahrenheit. And the incubation temperature setting range is from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is preset at 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the temperature needed for incubating chickens, which is probably the most common egg you're going to be incubating in these. Now, I incubate duck eggs as well, quite successfully. Now the up button by itself, you press it once and it turns the automatic egg turner. So when you're loading with eggs, you can push the button, put the egg turner in position, and push the button again to stop it so you can easily load your eggs. And also unloading and uses the same feature. On the down arrow button, that turns your candling light off and on. Now, if you leave your candling light on, it'll automatically go off after 5 minutes. Like I said earlier, this is the second season that I've used this incubator. And once it goes through the 21-day countdown, there is a way you can reset it, go back to the 21 days. To reset the timer back to 21 days, which is the default setting for this, the instructions are right here. Hold the day button plus the down arrow button for 3 seconds. And it'll beep. Now, on your 7th day of incubation, when that countdown timer gets to day 14, you want to turn your egg candler on and start candling your eggs. And this is let me demonstrate here. I'll turn the light on and we'll just stand back and we'll look at all the eggs that I'm candling. Some are viable, some are not. Meaning some eggs have been fertilized, some eggs have not been fertilized. I put 3 duck eggs in here and I put 12 chicken eggs. And then I'm going to go through systematically, look at each one and see if there's any growth on any one. As you guys can see in these videos, you can see any growth or no growth. Now, on day 14 is when you want to candle your eggs again. I found one chicken egg that was not viable. It was not fertilized. So I removed that egg. Carefully checking the other eggs, I noticed there is growth, there's life in each of the other 11 eggs. 2 of the duck eggs were not fertile, so I had to get rid of and remove those 2 duck eggs. So I'm down to 1 duck egg and 11 chicken eggs. Duck eggs do take a little bit longer to incubate for hatching. Okay, now I have to move the CHICKOZY incubator out to the greenhouse because the wife says, no, it can't be in the library. So here we go. Now on the 18th to the 21st day, you want to stop the turning. You want to increase your moisture content in there, the humidity. So you want to open the drawer and fill all of the sections of the drawer, A and sections B, with warm water. And you want to get the keep the temperature at 99.5, but you also want to make sure that your moisture content is 55 to 65% moisture. This helps ease of hatching, and also because it doesn't create a very hard surface in the egg, because sometimes chicks have a really difficult time hatching out of dry eggs. At this time, when you do this, you also want to pull the egg trays out and set the eggs down on that rubber base. Once you do that, just leave them alone. You don't need to do anything more with the eggs. Just make sure that the temperature is maintained and make sure that the fluid level in this drawer is maintained, and you at 55 to 65% humidity in there. Candling eggs is relatively simple. 7th day and 14th day, go ahead and candle your eggs and be amazed at the little life that's growing inside of that shell. Another helpful guide that does come with my incubator is these little calendars, so you can keep track of the eggs and what day it is. And also it comes with the instruction manual. So grab your instruction manual, read it through, and that way you become a little bit more familiarized with hatching chicken eggs and be successful. Now, since I'm hatching chicks and ducks, I don't brood them together. The chicks will all hatch before the ducklings. Like I've got chicks hatching right now. Here's 4 eggs that have pipped, 2 have zipped and hatched, and there's 2 other left pipping. I have over here another incubator that I have had. I have 2 of these like this. Now they're set up ready for brooding chicks. I've got it set up with water and feeder in there. So when the chicks are all dry out in there after a couple of days, then I'll put them over in the brooder where they have access to water, heat, and food. And then I'll lower the temperature as the days go by. And I'll also spend some time with the chicks to make sure that they imprint on me and they're not afraid of me. There's apparently a science to getting your chicks to imprint on you and be your friend rather than being terrified from you. So I suggest you guys go on YouTube and check out some videos. Some people are very good about explaining the process of that. I'm not going to go through and explain the process of that with you. I do have another brooder set up over here with a heat lamp for a duckling, but ducklings are more robust and hardier than chicks when it comes to brooding. So I do have a heat lamp there. I will brood the ducks in here for about a week and then turn the heat down or move the heat lamp away from them and make sure they have plenty of water, because you know how ducks are. So I'll end up with new baby ducks and a bunch of baby chicks, and the farm will start becoming more productive. I have 4 hens and 1 rooster, and that's my little farm. And this is the end product of all that 30 days or 28 days to hatch those eggs. This little baby hatched last night. Anyway, That's it on hatching. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Hey, give us a thumbs up. Click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Remember, be safe. Always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll watch this little creature grow. Yep. Bye-bye now.